Welcome to Cody in the Cinema. Today, I'm reviewing one of the great films from the 1980s, Matewan. And if you've been following the Criterion Collection Closet series where the actors and directors go and they walk in the closet and they pick out discs that they like, you may note that Winona Ryder recently picked this as one of her favorites. And what a time to discuss this movie, not only because of her starring in Beetlejuice, the second one, sequel, but also because of the unfortunate passing of the late, great James Earl Jones, who was so phenomenal in this film and really tied it together in a very special way with his commanding screen presence. If you've never heard of this movie, this is a labor rights union movie through and through. It is not bashful about that at all. And it's about this little place in West Virginia. It's meant to represent Matewan, although it's shot in a place called Thurman, which is in the boundaries of the New River Gorge National Park in West Virginia. And it's a great place to visit. And I remember when I was watching the film again a year or two ago, I've been there, when I've been in the New River Gorge, but it's filmed there, and it still has that same look as it would have in Matewan. And these Baldwin felt detectives arrive almost immediately. They cause tons of trouble. They're completely disrespectful to the people. They're mean to them because of their accents and poverty and so forth. And Chris Cooper plays a lead role as this outsider who's helping to kind of get this union going. He's criticized for being a possible red, if you want to dig into what that means if you're unaware. And there are other characters who become part of this movement, including Sid Hatfield, who sort of bucks the law a little bit, in the words of Chris Cooper, at sheriff, and the landmark towering performance that really holds this movie together, its message together, its themes together, comes from James Earl Jones, who is called Few Clothes Johnson. He famously in this movie, probably the scene I would think this is best known for, walks right into a room of white people and demands equal rights. And this is a movie of action. This is a movie where all walks of life, all ethnicities, religions, backgrounds must come together to fight the common enemy, which is an extremely evil, twisted, maniacally awful coal company in Stone Cold Mountain. And we've seen this in other films, all the way back to Eisenstein, who covered some of this with movies like Battleship Potemkin. But this is such a good labor rights movie. Harlan County, USA, if you like that documentary, you might like this. And what I love so much, I love the visual style. It captures that old West Virginia vibe. Some of the beauty of the state is in there. And I just love how unapologetically pro-worker this thing is. I mean, this movie does not care at all about the reputation of the Baldwin Felts detectives, of coal companies who repeatedly, time and time again, have destroyed mountains and towns and communities with their greed and excessive evil. This is a great film, and in light of James Earl Jones, unfortunately having passed recently, I really wanted to make this movie because I've often said to myself, of all the performances where I feel like he captivated an audience, whether that be as the commanding voice of Darth Vader or Mufasa, what is the performance that's always stuck the most with me? And it has to be this one. Just a tremendous movie from 1987. I was born this year. And really the only movie I would say that I like better than this from that year is Wings of Desire, which is like pretty hard to beat. So what a film. Love it. Love everything about it. And if you haven't seen it, you really should check it out. What thoughts do you have about this film if you have seen it? Is there any big piece of this that you want to share in the comments, like something that you have to say about it? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Maybe you visited some exhibition coal mines. I know I've been to a few, one at Pocahontas, one in Beckley. But this is a topic I really care about, I'm very passionate about, so I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. Anyway, we'll see you next time on Cody in the Cinema.